Do you have any idea what is the number one killer of all success? I found it not to be the lack of talent or the lack of opportunities. I found it to be the lack of discipline. And I would have to add two words to that: consistent self discipline. See, I've defined it as doing what you can and doing the best that you can. See, consistent self discipline is doing it now instead of putting it off till later. And a self disciplined person makes the most important objectives a priority. They get it done now instead of later. A self disciplined person is conscious of how they spend their time, and they don't like to waste it because they understand that time is the most important and most valuable asset in our possession. And they make sure that it's spent on the most important subjects. A self-disciplined person makes discipline a habit that they've implemented into their life. And a self-disciplined person is prepared to take advantage of all opportunities presented to them. Now, we all have the option. We all have the free will to choose what life that we want to live. A life of discipline or a life of regret. And a life of regret, it will have you driving what you don't want to drive, maybe even doing what you don't want to do, and probably living where you don't want to live, wearing what you don't want to wear, all because you've chosen an undisciplined life. And there's a price to pay for both lives. The life of discipline pays you a fortune, and the life of regret costs you that same fortune. And I have a quote that I live by. A person who's living an undisciplined life is headed toward an unfulfilling life. And think of this. Wouldn't it make more sense to live and do the best that you can? We only get one life. I know it makes sense to me, but does it make sense to you? And remember, as always, I'll see you at the top or from the top. You already know whose choice it is.